we've built white labeling how many times for SpyFu? Like just for SpyFu alone, you know, probably 5 or 6 times. And so you have this idea, okay, well, it's like you export to a PDF and you like upload your logo and you have like some report stuff that you can put on it, you know. But we launched. Do you remember having this? Do you remember? Were you on this call with the early agency customer? And what they were telling us is that they needed to send their edits over to their customer so that they could then get approval for it. And they wanted to white label it, right? Do you remember that?
Yep.
And we're like, okay, well, we can. And do you also remember it, Aaron? Like I probably
vividly, yeah.
Were you on the call as well?
I was, yeah. That was one of the earlier.
Shoot, we were all 3 on the call.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a recreated situation. So I don't know like how to like recreate this, but did we come up with that with him live on the call, or did we come up with it afterwards?
I don't remember that detail. I do remember reviewing it with them and how stoked they were and how quickly we were able just to deliver that based on that first conversation.
Yeah, but anyway, it came directly from them, and we just were like, well, you know, wouldn't it be like if you're sending it over in like a Google Doc, why don't we just make it so that you can paste it right into the Google Doc? And then it was like, oh God, then you could have it commented and you could have it shared and you don't have to do this whole generate. Who really wants to mess around with a freaking PDF, right? Like, I mean, no offense to our existing white labeling systems, but I kind of want to deal with Google Docs and not PDFs, right?
Yeah.
So this has been like this consistent sales thing, right, Jamie? Like everyone's like, this is exactly what I need, right?
Yeah, it's interesting because, as you know, I'm the VP of growth at RivalFlow, and before this, I had an agency for 15 years, so I can really speak to the pain points of running an agency, specifically a search engine optimization agency, and they're really challenged. You know, there's been a lot of movement in the Google algorithms, a lot of shuffling of the indexing, and they're getting heat from their clients, and they're looking for solutions. So it's been a nice deliverable for agencies to be able to provide real valuable content gap analysis and actionable insights, and then applying these helpful content to the pages, and then ultimately seeing phenomenal results. So I think it comes at a great time when agencies have had some challenges with their SEO clients.
Yeah, but when we do demos, we've done demos together. I feel like just the way that things roll, and we've like improved this thing over some amount of time, right? The copy to clipboard. So the way that this feature works is that you just copy it and paste it directly into Google Docs, and it's formatted for you, and you can basically put whatever branding and logo you want in your Google Docs. And the funny thing about it is it's like such a simple little thing that came directly from that launch day customer. And every time we show it to customers, it's like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted. That's like actually what I wanted. This is all I need.
Yeah,
I need to turn this over.
I think what was amazing about that copy and paste to a Google Doc or a Word doc and being able to white label it with their agency logo is that we were expecting that to be used primarily for internal communication, presenting the content enhancements, getting approval, edits, and then publishing. But what happened was the owners and the sales organizations within these agencies found out that there was a use case for business development. So they were using this as lead generation and saying, look, I've done this analysis for you here. We did it with our own technology. Here's our logo. And we found these content gaps with your competitors that are ranking above you. And we've identified them. And we've actually already implemented what we would be able to do to reduce that content gap. So I think the business development side is something we haven't talked about. Don't know if we want to cover that today, but that became a whole nother use case for the tool that we weren't expecting.